Here's a couple absolute value problems to try on your own. The first one, the absolute value of 2x plus 4 equals 10. Like we said before, we're going to split this into two problems. Anytime you see the absolute value symbol, you're going to have two problems and two answers. The first problem we set up is 2x plus 4 equals positive 10. The second one we do the same thing, but with a negative answer. So 2x plus 4 equals negative 10. And then we'll go through the steps to solve each equation. First, subtracting 4. 2x equals 6. And then dividing by 2. X equals 3 in the equation on the left. And you'll notice that these equations always follow the same steps. For instance, my first step on the left is to subtract 4. That's also going to be the first step on the right problem. After you subtract 4, you divide 2. It's going to be the same thing over here. We're going to drop down the 2x, cancel out the 4's, and negative 10 minus 4 is negative 14. To finish solving, we'll divide by 2 and find that x equals negative 7. Both answers are correct and would yield an absolute value of 10. X equals 3, x equals negative 7. The second problem, split it in half, once with a positive answer, once with a negative answer. 3x minus 6 equals positive 15, and 3x minus 6 equals negative 15. To solve, we always undo addition subtraction first, so we'll add 6 to both sides. Find that 3x equals 15 plus 6, which is 21. And when we undo a times 3 with divide 3, we'll find that x equals 7 in the left side equation. We'll follow the same steps on the right side. 3x equals negative 15 plus 6, which is negative 9. Remember, if negative answers or negative numbers trip you up, just use a calculator. It's a lot easier than making a mistake and getting the wrong answer. In this equation, x equals negative 3. If you want to check your work for these equations, you'll notice these two on the bottom are the same as the equations above. So I'm going to plug in our two answers. We said for the first equation, absolute value of 2x plus 4 equals 10. X either equals 3 or negative 7. For the second equation, we found that x equals either 7 or negative 3. If you want to check your work, you simply plug each x value into the equation and see if you get a true statement. If you were to plug 3 in for x, you would end up with this. Absolute value of 2 times 3 plus 4 equals 10. And you can just take this middle part and plug it into a calculator in one shot as long as you remember the parentheses. You would come up with the number 10, and remember the absolute value of 10 equals 10. So this one is correct. If we were to change x to negative 7, you would have this equation. You can type this part right in a calculator as long as you use the parentheses. You would get negative 10. Remember that the absolute value of negative 10 equals 10. So both answers are correct. In the bottom equation, if we plug 7 in for x, we would come up with an answer of positive 15. The absolute value of 15 is 15. If we plug negative 3 in for x, we would come up with an absolute value of negative 15. Remember that the absolute value of negative 15 is positive 15.